Okay, hopefully this never happens to you, but there may come a time in your life where you're gonna be like, oh, Jesus, Lord, don't kill me. I didn't mean to steal that chocolate bar in 3rd grade. But if that does happen to you, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're a goner. Allow me to explain why. Here are 10 ways to survive deadly situations. Number 10 is a free fall. Oh Lord, I'm afraid of heights. Hopefully this one helps. Many people have plummeted hundreds or even thousands of meters and lived to tell the tale. If you ever find yourself falling from an extreme height, slowing yourself down is of course priority number 1. The best way to do this is by spreading yourself out as wide as possible to get the most wind resistance. But you're not done yet, baby, there's more. The next thing to do is to spot out the best place to land. Try to maneuver yourself by dropping your arm on the side in the direction you want to go. If you can, aim for soft ground or a small ledge that could break your fall. Finally, and this is important, no matter what height you fall from, try to land on your feet with your knees slightly bent and your body relaxed to help reduce the impact. And this is a proven science. It's actually the same technique used by skydivers and base jumpers, and it will give you your best odds of survival. However, there's no guarantee you won't poop your pants in the process, so take the good with the bad. Number 9 is lost in the woods. Even if you've hiked a particular trail 100 times, there's still a chance that you can become hopelessly lost in the woods. And if you're anything like me, you're not willing to eat bugs, so you'd probably just die. First off, you should always tell someone where you plan to go and when you expect to be back, so that if you do get lost, at least the rescue team will have a better idea of where to look. Next, you need to mark where you are as your base location. Try to retrace your steps, breaking branches as you go, to mark your path so that you can find your way back. Of course, it's best to stay calm and move slowly and save your energy, because you never know when you're going to need it. There's a good chance that you won't get cell phone reception in the wilderness, but building a small fire can be just as good. Not only will a safely built fire keep you warm, but the smoke will also make it easier for rescuers to spot your location from a distance. And all that's great, unless Slenderman gets you, in which case you're just done, so. Number 8 is trapped in a fire. If you find yourself in a building on fire, don't panic! Panicking could make you try to take the quickest way out, which may not be the safest, or make you hyperventilate, which of course is a bad move if you're in a building filled with, smoke. If you need to escape a fire, and I know you've heard this before, but stay low. Often it's smoke inhalation that takes lives, not the flames themselves. Remember that. Since warmer air rises, the floor will have the least smoke. So crawl along the wall, feeling doors for heat, and tapping metal door handles before grabbing them to avoid burning your hand. Also, obviously, avoid entering a room that's already engulfed in flames. That one's kind of obvious. Then your goal is to get out as quickly as possible and then call 911, not while you're in the building. To avoid being in this situation, be sure to test your fire alarms regularly and keep an extinguisher on every floor. And make sure you and everyone you live with has an escape plan. Keep in mind I'm talking about a real fire, not when you get out with that new top on. I see you. Ooh, you on fire, girl. Number 7 is a plane crash. When boarding a plane, count how many seats are between yours and the nearest exit. You might be tempted to sleep through the pre-flight demonstration, I know I am, but those instructions and the emergency landing card in the seat pocket actually have valuable information that could save your life, as well as the lives of your fellow passengers. Now, if this happens and the plane begins to fall, look out your nearest window and try to figure out if you're going to hit water or land, because this is important. If it's water, put on your life vest and do not inflate until you're out of the plane. If you inflate before and your plane fills with water, guess what? You'll float and you won't be able to swim out of the plane. Oh, I did it ahead of time. Oh, now there's water around me. Oh God. Zip up your jacket and remove any loose clothing, as they can limit your movement. It might be hard to do, but keep your seatbelt fastened and place your feet flat on the ground, but as close under you as possible. Then just brace for impact. This might also be a good time to say a prayer to the flying spaghetti monster, because you need all the help you can get. Number 6 is a tornado. Tornadoes can come out of nowhere, so it's important to be aware of your local area's emergency broadcast system, so that when a warning does come, you can act as quickly as possible. First, head underground to a shelter or basement, and always use the stairs. You can easily get stuck in an elevator if the power goes out, which means that you're basically gonna become a roasted chicken. Now, if there's no basement, get to an interior room on the lowest floor of the building, and stay away from windows to avoid glass and debris. Next, position yourself under something sturdy like a desk, or climb into a bathtub, since bathtubs are more protected because of all the pipes in the walls. And if you're driving, do not hide under an underpass. Trust me, even though certain movies show it, you will not be able to outrun a tornado. So find a route that's 90 degrees from its path and find the nearest building. Yeah, that's right, Helen Hunt and Twister. Don't be misinforming the people. I'll throw more shade your way. You better watch yourself. Number 5 is choking. In case you couldn't tell, that was just a demonstration, no need to be alarmed. Ideally, if you're ever choking, there will be someone around to perform the Heimlich maneuver, and of course, save your life. But what if there's nobody around? You know, like one of those random nights where you're packing your face full of ice cream and pizza while watching Netflix. I see you eating your emotions. If you are near people, stay by them and indicate that you're choking, maybe like this. That way they can at least call for help. Next, find something solid like a table, chair, or railing that's relatively the same height as your stomach. Lean over it and quickly and repeatedly thrust your upper abdomen against the hard surface. It's gonna hurt, but it's better than death. Now, if there aren't any good surfaces nearby, you can make a fist and put the thumb side just under your ribs. With your other hand, forcefully push your fist in and upward. Believe it or not, both are the equivalent of doing the Heimlich to yourself. And as it pushes the air inside of you out, it will hopefully force whatever's blocking your airway out of you, and thus save your life. You're welcome. Number 4 is getting shot. If 50 Cent can survive 9 bullets, so can you. Maybe. It doesn't matter if you're a cop, a civilian, or Batman. If you find yourself on the wrong side of a bullet, it's a race against the clock to slow blood loss and get help. But again, remaining calm and keeping your heart rate down will definitely help you survive. First, you need to address the wound. This means tearing away any clothing around the wound and determining if the bullet is still inside of you. I know that sounds awful, but you gots to do it. If it did exit your body, guess what? Now you've got 2 wounds to worry about. It's best to lie down and pretty much immediately start applying pressure to the wound with the cleanest cloth you can find, and hold it continuously until help arrives. This will help slow the bleeding and hopefully start to clot the wound. Depending on where you're shot, if it's possible, it's also important to raise the area above your heart, again, to reduce blood loss. Listen, I know all this is nasty, but it could save your life whenever you're on the mean streets of wherever you at. Be careful now. Number 3 is an avalanche. As you might imagine, it's basically impossible to outrun an avalanche. But if you run or ski perpendicular to the wall of snow, you may just be able to get out of its path. Avalanches tend to send tons of ice and snow crashing down, so chances are you'll get caught in at least some of it. When the snow hits, you need to basically start swimming through it, specifically doing the backstroke. The goal is to stay as close to the top as possible with your face to the sky. As it takes you through, it's best to wrap one arm around your face while holding the other straight upwards to the surface so you can be spotted. Once you stop moving, take in as much air as you can before the snow settles. Once you do this, dig out a little air pocket in front of your mouth, and with any luck, you'll have enough oxygen until you're rescued. Or you'll become a humansicle. Hopefully not that option. Number 2 is buried alive. If you ever find yourself buried alive, your number 1 goal is, of course, to get back to the surface. And it might not be as hard as you think. Pay attention. To do so, you need to conserve your energy and your air supply, since this will likely be hard work that could possibly take quite some time. Before you start digging, take off your shirt and tie the bottom of it into a knot so it's kind of like a bag, and put it over your head. This will actually stop all of the dirt that you're digging through from getting into your mouth and nose. Next, if you're in a box or coffin, pull on any cracks until the wood gives way and the box fills with dirt. I know, this seems like it's only making things worse, but you'll be able to push the dirt with your feet and begin tunneling your way out. Once you have room, you should sit up and continue to push the dirt down until you can stand up. Push up and out the remaining dirt above you. Unless you're a zombie and you're watching this video, in which case just stay there. Ain't nobody got time for their brains being eaten. Thank you very much. And number 1 is a shark attack. Okay, this is a lot of people's worst fear, especially if you've seen Jaws. If you see the shark first, splashing or trying to scare it away will only draw it closer.
Oh, that's a lively one. Humans are food.
Sharks are natural predators, so don't advertise yourself as tonight's dinner special. If there's a boat nearby, stay still and call out to it. If not, move steadily towards the shore, splashing as little as possible. If the shark goes for a bite, don't play dead, fight it. You need to seem like an even bigger threat to the shark, so aim for its eyes or gills, which are its most sensitive spots. And also, use anything you have with you. This is life or death, baby. A snorkel can actually make a surprisingly good weapon. If the shark does let go, stay facing it. Sharks love the element of surprise and want to attack you from behind, so it'll be less comfortable if you maintain eye contact, just like in real life. Keep calmly heading for shore or to a boat for safety. You might just make it out with the coolest scar ever. So that was 10 ways to survive deadly situations. If you enjoyed this, remember to give it a big thumbs up. Also, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications by clicking the little bell beside the subscribe button so that you never miss a thing, because I release new videos all the time. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.